Hello, welcome to the Don't Look podcast, the podcast where we look into things so you don't have to. I am your host, Kevin,
And I'm your co-host, Uli.
and today we have a very special episode because this is the first episode coming back after a break.
Yep,
Definitely.
winter break.
Winter
Sadly,
break.
it was too short, but
A little too short, yeah.
we're back.
We are back. And first, before we get started, how was your break, Uli?
It was good. I went to Mexico. I do this every December. I go to Mexico visit family, and it was good, relaxing, a lot of parties.
Yeah? Did you encounter a chupacabra or
No,
llorona?
I do. There is a story that I was told. I don't know if we should share it now or
Quickly, you can share it.
quickly.
Yeah.
So, whenever you travel, because I live in a small town, whenever you travel to the big city, which is Puerto Vallarta, the big town,
Mm-hmm.
it's like a 20-minute drive. There's this long, winding road, and they told us that this woman appears there.
Oh.
And they described her perfectly. She wears jeans, a white blouse, and she has olive skin, and has light brown hair.
Huh.
So, and she shows up at night, and she's always asking for a ride.
Oh, okay.
So, I unfortunately didn't get to drive at night, so I don't know. I can't test the theory, but yeah,
You can
that's one
test
of the
it.
newer stories I was told while I was over there.
Oh, my God. Well,
How was your break?
it's pretty good. I was sick for most of it,
Mm.
for sure. I was just working. Nothing spooky besides the hours that it made me work.
Right.
But other than that, yeah, it was all right. I made money. And now we're back here
Yeah.
to do our podcast.
Back for another episode.
Yes. And now for today's episode, we are going to be talking about a prison, a haunted prison.
Okay.
Do you want to guess which one it is?
I mean, there's so many haunted prisons. I
There
don't
is.
know.
There
It
is.
could be any of them, really.
Yeah. Well, some people call this the prison that people talk about
Okay.
when it comes to haunted prisons,
Uh-huh.
which is the Eastern State Penitentiary. Eastern State Penitentiary.
Okay.
That's a big. That's a
Where's
big word.
Where's it located?
It is located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Oh.
Yeah.
Philly.
So, yeah, I looked it up and I could maybe get a flight for $100
Okay.
if I want to. If we ever
Oh.
want to do a live episode.
Live episode.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask. It sounds familiar. Has this been on shows?
Oh yes, I gather most of my information from shows from Ghost Adventures,
Okay.
Ghost Hunters, and BuzzFeed Unsolved.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they made an
Yeah.
episode on that.
Oh, okay.
That's where I got bits and pieces of my research.
Yeah.
I've also looked up some of my own research a little
Okay.
bit, but mainly yeah, that's
Alright.
where I got most of the stories from there, and that type of stuff, and I got plenty of notes to talk
Okay.
where we can talk
Whoa.
about it for maybe a good hour.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I actually divided the notes into three categories.
Okay.
The layout of the prison. So for me to paint a picture of how it looks
Right.
like for the audio
Audience.
listeners.
Yeah.
And then we're going to talk about the prisoners and how the type of prisoners they've had in that prison, and how they were treated there,
Okay.
and also all the types of prisoners that either killed people or were killed.
Oh. Kill. Oh.
Yep. And then
Wait, is this prison still active?
it is not active.
Okay.
It closed in let me see. It closed in so it opened in 1828
Okay.
and it closed in 1971. So it's been active for 197 years.
Cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, and then for the final category, we're just going to talk about the paranormal activity that has been gathered through footage or through tales from people.
Okay.
Stories of people that had incidents
Right.
in the prison, whether they were tourists or people investigating there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let's get started with the layout.
All right. Cool.
All right. So Eastern State Penitentiary is a maximum security prison that became operational on October 25th, 1828, then closed in 1971, becoming a museum that does tours till this day. The prison is currently about 197 years old.
Okay.
Okay. The word penitentiary was created by the prison since its initial intent was to make their prisoners penitent.
Hmm.
Yeah, so penitentiary comes
Yeah.
from this prison.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So this is okay.
Yeah, this is
The originator of all the other penitentiaries. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
pretty much. Yeah,
It's a historic.
yeah. I love.
Mhm.
That's why I like researching this type of stuff
Uh-huh.
because you actually get to learn history.
Yeah.
I think who who do I mention here? Um, Benjamin Franklin makes an appearance here.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's how you know it's like deep into history,
Now my question is, was this something that was made by the government, or is it like
government.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. You'll see soon like who were behind all of
Okay.
these ideas behind the prison.
Okay.
So like I said before, it's located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The prison was intentionally built with a Gothic aesthetic to scare outsiders.
Okay.
Yeah, so so my editor can like maybe pull some pictures of it. I'm gonna have it in the document. So yeah, this is the penitentiary. This
Oh.
is a bird's eye view.
You
Of
know
it.
what? It kind of looks like what's it called?
The Pentagon.
The from Batman. What's it called? The Asylum?
Uh, not Gotham City. Something.
No, yeah, no, it's the
Arkham.
Arkham Asylum. It looks
Arkham
like the
Asylum.
Arkham Asylum.
It really
I'm
does.
pretty sure that's where I got the
Really,
inspiration from. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised honestly
Yeah.
because based on the details, like I wouldn't be surprised if like some super villains were in here.
Yeah, like castle like.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, so the prison is about 9 to 11 acres. The outside walls are around 30 feet tall and 10 feet wide at the base. I don't know what that means by the base. I guess it's like they're 10 feet thick, maybe. I don't know. The prison was fully completed in 1836. 36.
Okay.
It was able to house 450 prisoners. By the time it was like completely finished being built, like you could put 450 prisoners in there.
Okay, total.
Each in each cell, one
Okay.
per cell.
So there was 150 cells.
Yes,
Okay.
pretty much. Yeah, I'm sure some more were like built.
Yeah.
Like as
Eventually.
eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, a meeting was held in Benjamin Franklin's house by the Quakers. Do you know what the Quakers are?
The Quaker Oats?
No, just they're called Quakers.
No.
So
I was thinking it was like a powerful family that made like.
no, it's
Okay.
not really necessarily a family. It's people that so they are a group of people that share Christian roots, pretty much.
Okay.
So, and they thought they got the idea of, so they were thinking of how to rehabilitate the prisoners in the in the prison, their inmates,
Yeah.
and they came up with the genius idea, air quotes because
It was.
it was
No.
not genius. The idea to make the entire prison solitary confinement.
Oh.
Yeah. The reasoning for this is because they thought that isolation could be used to find a way to God.
Okay. So their plan was to change, like, convert these people
Yes.
to like Christianity and
Maybe Christianity or just like,
just to find God.
yeah.
Okay.
With that in mind, each cell was made to hold only one inmate at a time. Like,
Okay. Yeah.
So it's just one person. Each cell felt claustrophobic. So, again, my editor can put a picture up in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. Back. This is a cell. This is how a regular cell looks.
Can I get?
Yeah. It's pretty small.
Oh wow.
It's small, ain't
Brick
it?
walls. Yeah.
So yeah, if it was pretty claustrophobic, which
Mhm.
was intentional.
Yeah.
Because you wanted to feel like you didn't want to be there at all,
Okay.
especially with the amount of time they spent inside of those four walls. Solitary confinement reached to the point that inmates were not allowed to interact with each other. Limited contact with the guards. Inmates can only go outside 1 hour a day. Whenever they will go outside, hoods were put over their heads to prevent communication and learn the layout of the prison.
Mm.
So they were pretty.
So they would take them out together, like not together, but
Individually.
Like, they would be outside together. But when they were
No, they
taking
were
them-
not outside together.
Oh, okay.
There was like not walls, but like the layout of outside was pretty much like they'll have like another confined space outside.
Okay.
Pretty much. Have you ever seen the Suicide Squad?
Yeah.
Yeah, with that first scene with Michael Rooker.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how it looked like when
Okay.
he was playing with that little ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
So yeah, that was pretty much how it looked. And then yeah, this is a picture of like the hoods that people will wear.
Creepy.
Really
Okay.
creepy. Yeah, that mask haunted my nightmares
Really?
for sure.
Yeah, that looks
Yeah.
like okay.
Yeah.
So far, their
Looks-
plan does not look like it was
Humane.
gonna work from the beginning. It doesn't look like it was gonna work.
Oh, it did not.
Okay.
We'll see that right now
Mhm.
in a minute. Yeah. So yeah, they were not allowed to be outside. Yeah, and and most of the time they spent in their cells. They spent it without any contact of the outside world, so they weren't allowed to receive or send postcards
Okay.
or like letters. They were not allowed to see family or like nothing like that.
No interaction whatsoever.
No interaction, just you in a cell for like how long you need to be. And some people were like sentenced to life.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine spending the rest of your life there.
Yeah, that's
Like, might as well kill me at that point.
for real. Yeah. So my question is though, like, how are they trying to get them to reach God if they have no interaction with?
That's it. I guess
Okay.
by just going insane and be like, please God, get me out of here, and that's how they find
That's
God.
okay.
That it is fucked up.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
that's a dumb idea, but
It is a pretty dumb idea. I mean, this is such like a 19th century way to
Mhm.
think,
yeah.
And then by 1913, the prison was no longer built around the idea of solitary confinement due to the population of prison inflating to 1,700 inmates.
What?
Yes,
Okay.
forcing them to cram in 2 to 3 inmates per cell.
Okay.
And you already saw how small the cell
Yeah.
looks. Pretty small for just one person.
Yeah.
Imagine 2 to 3 people.
Crazy.
Yeah. And then and then I don't think I put it out here, but maybe later I will. But look at this picture. I took this picture from it's a screenshot from the episode BuzzFeed.
Okay. Can I see?
Yeah, and how they will isolate their inmates per cell is that they'll have 2 doors each.
Okay.
One door was like
So they'll put a door within the small space already?
yes.
Oh my god. Okay.
So they will put like your typical like bar
Yeah.
like cell door.
Yeah.
To keep them in,
Mhm.
and then they'll just have another door they'll like slide in to cover like the outside from them, where they
Okay.
don't have to see through.
Okay.
So yeah, they were literally locked in. Oh yeah, that's a lot to
That
take in.
Yeah.
You could see
Even
how
for a prisoner, like.
yeah, if I knew like those type of conditions, I wouldn't be like.
No, yeah. If anything, that helped people outside not want to commit crimes. And
Unfortunately, not for some people.
was this only so the people that would get locked up were they only from Philadelphia? Or would they bring people from across the country?
Across the country. You know why I know that? Because a familiar face to Chicago is gonna make an appearance here.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You want me to tell you now, or you want to keep
no,
the
no,
suspense?
we'll keep
Okay.
it going.
Okay. So now let's move on to the prisoners.
Okay.
So there was a lot of murder going on in the prison, a lot.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
Yeah. But based on the details, like you'd be shocked even knowing that people kill people in prison.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at least 2 different officers were killed by inmates. One officer in the 1830s was clubbed to death by an inmate who took apart a sewing machine and used the part of the machine to kill him.
Okay.
So he took apart the machine, grabbed like on a long stake or a long piece of metal.
From the sewing machine, and these were like those old school sewing machines where you had like
Yeah. And then he beat the officer to death,
wow.
clubbing him in the head repeatedly. Yeah. There was an inmate named Joseph Taylor, who people theorized was a paranoid schizophrenic because he thought that the guards were trying to poison him.
Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, he was known for like going
Being
insane.
just crazy.
Yeah, to the point that he had to go into this place I think it's called the Hole, and it's where they keep like some very special inmates.
Like the hot box or whatever. Like when you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that will become their cell.
Okay.
And it's located like in the outside of the prison, not like outside, like just like
Well,
outside
they
within
would
the walls.
Get hit by the sun the whole day.
No, they won't get hit. They'll
Okay.
still be isolated, but they will like take him on the side of like the prison,
Mm-hmm.
and then like you go down like a few, not down some stairs. They'll just like there'll be another wall between that. Then there's like, just like an empty space, and then there's the door, and then one night a keeper named Michael T. Dorn was murdered by Joseph. And what happened there is that like he opened the door to Joseph. I think it's to like give him food or something for some reason. Oh, sorry.
You know.
And then as soon as he opened the door, Joseph popped out and then just beat him to death.
With his bare hands.
Yeah.
Or did he have?
I don't think no one specified he had any weapons, but I'm assuming that he just beat him to death
Wow.
with his bare hands. Yeah, and then some say that immediately after Joseph killed the guard, he just went back into his cell and just fell asleep.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, he really was crazy then.
yeah, he was, yeah, he was not right in the head for sure.
That sounds like something Michael Myers would do.
Yeah, definitely. Like, bro, just like killed him. He's just like, you know what? I need to take a nap.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And this was still in the 1800s, right?
Yep. Um. Yep. In the like, yeah, in the early years of the
Mm.
prison,
This prison's already not
No.
doing too good.
it gets worse. Um. So there's cell block which is called cell block 8,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, and then yeah, there's another story of like some activity happening in this cell block, and some people went there because there was an inmate named Joseph Havel.
Uh-huh.
Joseph Havel that stabbed his cellmate named George Cobb to death with a pair of scissors.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Where are they getting these things from? Like,
I'm guessing from like tours or
okay.
like I'm sure there's like some type of wiki for the prison.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, it's like a lot of people, especially like people like from Ghost Adventures and like BuzzFeed and stuff. I'm sure they've gotten like special information from like tourists that
No,
don't
no, no.
share to other people.
I'm saying, how did the inmates get like like their scissors, and how did they get a sewing
Oh,
machine?
my bad. I don't know. I mean,
I'm
people just
guessing-
sneaking things all the time.
Like I'm wondering if they gave them like time to do like some outside activity or something. Cause
Well, they do work, so I'm sure that they had to do like work
mm,
for like I don't know, with scissors.
yeah, cause if I can remember, in prison they have them do like they make clothes and stuff. Like I know
Yeah.
that some people made belts in prison.
Yeah.
So with
for
this
that-
whole sewing machine and the scissors, it kind of makes sense. So I was
Yeah.
just wondering. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, people were always able to get things on their hands somehow in
Mhm.
prison, even till this day. Like I know that like prisons today, people are able to sneak in cell phones somehow.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You saw where
I saw. No, there was a whole thing going on in England about the prison.
the prison just being soft or something.
No, they were recording a
Oh.
inmate and an officer having sexual relations.
Oh.
know
Yeah, I
if you
heard
know
about
about-
that.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I'm like, how did you get the phone in here? It was like super HD.
Yeah, I heard about that. And I was just like, yeah, damn, that's funny.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, it happens, somehow. And like talking about things that like you sneak in to
Uh-huh.
like, to what's it called, to prison. There was actually a bank robber named Willie Sutton, Willie Sutton,
Uh-huh.
or his nickname was Slick Willie.
Slick Willie.
Yes, and he managed to actually escape from the prison through a tunnel. But he shortly returned after that.
Okay, they
Yeah.
caught him again.
He like went all
Shank Shaw in the he crawled under.
he crawled through. Yeah,
Okay.
he used spoons and like I think like used cans,
Mm-hmm.
like soda cans, stuff like
To
that.
carve up.
Yeah, to
Okay.
carve up. It was a group effort.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think they dig like 12 feet down and like 30 feet out of the prison.
That's a lot of carving.
Yeah.
How did they not? Okay. Well, I guess they're all.
Yeah, I don't. Some people are like
You
wondering,
mentioned that the officers wouldn't check on them that much, so
not that much.
I'm
no.
guessing they.
But this
have
was
a-
during a time that people would be put in like together in the
Mhm.
prison, like the what's it called,
there was a
the isolation thing was no longer a thing at the
Oh,
time.
okay, okay.
So people are confused on how the hell they managed to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming like in BuzzFeed and stuff, they mentioned how they probably were just singing while
Mhm.
they were fucking
Yeah,
carving up,
probably.
just to like I don't know.
Distract, mask the noise of them.
Mess. Yeah. So yeah, shortly after that, he returned, and yeah, I think he just stayed there after that. So I was talking about someone from Chicago that might be mentioned. A familiar name from for the people living in Chicago that made it to the prison is Al Capone.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah,
Al Capone was.
yeah. Scarface over there
Yeah.
went to the Philadelphia prison.
Oh.
So that tells me that yeah, people from other cities across
Yeah.
the country might be.
Transported
Yeah.
to the prison. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, it is a maximum security prison,
Yeah. I'm guessing it's like the most dangerous of dangerous people were taken there.
pretty much. Yeah, yeah. So, and then yeah, we're gonna talk about him a little bit more,
Mm-hmm.
in the section of like paranormal activity,
Okay.
because he does claim that he's seen a ghost.
Mm.
Yeah, Scarface himself said, "Yeah, I see ghosts. I see
Wow.
dead people." Yeah. In 1933, inmates rioted against overcrowding, setting fire to cells, which might have killed some people.
Uh-huh.
So they set up a fire inside of
Yeah,
their
people are
cells.
just dying in this prison.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. Which could explain the activity that happened in cell block 12, which is, some people say that's the most active area,
Okay.
which in a lot of people that have investigated there have gathered like a lot of information
Okay.
or paranormal activity from that area specifically.
Yeah.
Because of the layout of the cell blocks were built, inmates were able to push off guards over the railing from their cells.
Hmm.
So let me show you a picture. So this is cell block 12 specifically, right
Okay.
here.
Oh, yes.
Yes, and then you see right here in the middle, there's
Yeah.
wires. That's because the inmates were able to push off like guards from their cells, like through the like the
From
cage,
yeah,
the cage thing, and
from
then
the openings of the cell.
yeah, and then just push them off, and
Push
then
'em
they'll
off.
push them over the railing. Some of them will fall to their deaths, and some of them will just get hurt
Mhm.
because it's a pretty deep fall,
Yeah.
and so they'll just install like wires in between so they don't fall
They
that
don't
hard.
fall. Okay.
Yeah, just soften their falls.
like a netting, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
a netting pretty much. And then, yeah, it reached to the point that wires had to be replaced in between railings to soften the fall. According to a death ledger, which is like like the recorded deaths of
Yeah.
the entire prison. It recorded hundreds of deaths up until the 1930s, so about 100 years or so of like worth of like people dying,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, a lot of inmates have also died due to diseases because the prison was around for a lot of epidemics,
Uh-huh.
mainly tuberculosis.
Yeah.
Some people died, I'm sure, from influenza,
Mhm.
from
yeah,
the flu.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the bad ones. Yeah, there were a lot of deaths recorded from that. There were also other deaths recorded in the death ledger from like suicide. There was a recorded death of like someone slitting his own throat.
Mm.
Yeah, so, and then yeah, hanging, which is a pretty common one.
Yeah.
But a funny one, which I mean, someone died, but like the context of it is pretty funny.
Okay.
Which, and this is not me bullshitting. I didn't get this from a website. I saw it from the Ghost Adventures episode
Okay.
where he was looking at the actual like copy of the death ledger,
Mm-hmm.
like the physical copy
Right.
of it, and there was a recorded this death that said that there was a guy who died from masturbation.
Oh my god. How, how was that even? Buddy was getting excited. That's crazy.
Oh god.
Death by masturbation. That's
I cracked up when
That's a crazy
I
way
saw
to go
that.
out.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. Here it is.
oh,
Here it
there's
is.
proof.
Here's proof.
Masturbation. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Zach Bacon. Point at it. Like, what the fuck is this?
Oh,
Yeah, like I think that tourist even told him like, this is the guy you need to talk to. He's like,
Right.
I don't want to talk to him. Oh my god.
masturbation. I mean, I'm sure it wasn't masturbation. He probably had like
No.
a heart attack or something. He got
It-
excited, but
It was probably one of those things where during COVID, like COVID deaths were like inflated a little bit because
Yeah.
someone would die from like a car crash, and the body will test positive for COVID, so they were like COVID death.
oh,
Yeah,
So
might have been something similar
he
to
might
that
have
where
died of like
he
with
might have
a
died
penis in his hand or something.
Yeah, they were like, okay, he jerked off to death or something.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh my god. So
R.I.P. But you know,
R.I.P. Yes, rest in piss.
Oh
I mean, we don't know why he was in there. So
true.
because the idea of finding God through isolation was abandoned, the people running the prison chose a different path to reform their inmates, which was through torture.
Mm-hmm.
So they went from like either find God or you don't, or you stay there, or now they went to like, yeah, you're gonna be there and you're gonna be tortured.
Basically,
Yeah. So
I'm sorry, I'm still thinking about the mess.
it's okay.
And, like, doing
Yeah,
it. That's
it took me a
great.
minute to like process that too. Like, it's
Yeah, it's okay.
Uh,
Died a freak.
yeah. He died doing what he loved.
I mean, yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the torture methods,
Okay.
which are kind of insane. Like this type of stuff, I wouldn't be able to come up with.
And this is what they were doing to try and get them to reach God.
No,
Oh,
the
that's-
reaching God part is like
That's done. Like,
that's
they didn't
done.
even-
Like
okay.
they're like, this doesn't work. Let's torture them and make them good.
Oh,
Yeah,
they were still trying to change him.
yeah, this is like, okay, either you're good or
You're
you
getting
either behave or you get tortured,
okay.
pretty much. So, and the type of stuff that they did is like stuff that you'll see like in the Saw movies, pretty much.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's wild. So those torture methods included dousing inmates with cold water during the winter times. So yeah, they'll chain up people like outside, facing the wall. They'll like throw them a bucket of water, and then they'll leave them there overnight
Damn.
to the point where like the water will like freeze into their skin, pretty much.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Frozen to death, basically.
yeah, they're trying to
That's
freeze them to death.
crazy.
I'm sure there was some record deaths of that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't look too hard into that. But there's another one where like it did take a life for sure. Like that there is a
Mhm.
recorded like instance of this thing called the iron gag.
Uh-huh.
So what it would do is that it would like connect your tongue,
Uh-huh.
and like they'll wrap like metal around it, and then they'll tie that with your arms behind your back,
Oh.
and like the not the reason, but like the point of it was that like the leverage of your arms will like be pulling on your tongue, making you like that you cannot like move a lot,
Yeah.
because any movement from your arms will like result in like skin being ripped off your tongue.
Yeah.
So
Yikes.
yeah, so yeah, they definitely like I said, that was a recorded death
So
of that.
was it that they pulled too much or?
Yeah, if like, oops, sorry, if you have him in the back, if you just either pulled or like or moved around too much, it will like hurt your tongue.
Mm.
So
Jesus. I'm sure I got infected too with the metal.
oh
but
yeah, I mean they'll just leave them like that for days.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so yeah, if you didn't behave, iron gag,
But again, these were criminals.
yeah,
So,
that were criminals. So which some of the worst for
yeah,
sure.
so people probably deserved it low key.
Some of them did for sure. Yeah,
But still, it's still inhumane.
it still
Anyway.
is inhumane. I mean, there's a reason why this prison shut down. So clearly it didn't work.
Yeah.
A method. There was also another method called the mat chair, where inmates will be strapped into to a chair, like a leather chair, so tight that the circulation in their bodies would stop, and they would just leave them there for days without food.
Oh.
Yeah, and do I have a picture of that? No, I don't. I don't know why I didn't post one. But yeah, it was just it was just literally a chair in a room,
Uh-huh.
and like if you misbehaved, they would just throw you in there. They'll like tie your wrist and like into the chair with like leather, like
Yeah,
le-
just strapped me.
straps, and then like they'll just leave you there by yourself, like for days, no food, nothing. And then like it will be like really tight to like your circulation, which does not work. So
That's okay.
that's pretty bad.
Crazy.
And
If I spend like a little bit with my legs folded up, my legs are already falling asleep, and I'm just like, imagine being tied.
yeah, and then I didn't write this in notes, but I actually want to talk about Al Capone's cell.
Okay.
So Al Capone, he's at the time he's like very powerful, has a lot of money, thanks to prohibition.
Yeah.
So because of that, I'm sure he was able to pay off like the warden or something to like give him like special treatment.
Right.
Because look at his cell, right here.
Oh wow, he's got like fancy lights and. Okay.
So yeah, so for
Reminds me of Goodfellas when they're
Yeah.
they're cooking in the cell and stuff.
that's for like for the people that are audio only people. So I have a picture of like Al Capone's cell. He has like a nice mattress right there, nicer than others for sure. He has a nightstand with a lamp, another lamp, maybe for like, it's like next to his desk. He has like drawers, and he has like not a couch. What's it called? Like not a recliner. What's like just
Like a love seat? What is it like?
like right here, not a love seat,
Oh, just a regular
like chair,
Yeah.
a comfy chair. He has his own little desk.
night and day from the first picture you showed me of the cell. Like this is the same prison, right?
Yes,
That's
in
okay.
prison, and again and then you just see this.
Yeah, compared to I mean, you can see the layout,
Mm-hmm.
but like it has nicer stuff inside. Obviously.
Yeah, way nicer. I mean, this is like all recreated for like the
Mhm.
tour, but yeah, this is pretty much how it looked like for Al Capone, and yeah, I don't know. I find that pretty funny.
Yeah,
honestly. Yeah,
Those
like,
methods, like you can tell, it's like they didn't really want to change these people.
yeah,
They just want.
especially for people, powerful people like Al Capone. It's
Yeah.
just like, you know, he like I'm pretty sure he also sold up like some people.
Mm-hmm.
Like he had dirt on some people. It's like, okay, so this guy did this guy did that, and this guy did that.
Mhm.
Give me a good sell, and I sell.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll spend my vacation there for like a couple months. I think he he was just there for like 9 months. I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was.
I'm sure he wasn't even tortured either. Probably.
Oh no,
Yeah.
bro was just cozy there for 9 months, just chilling. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably got like a nice steak in his cell.
But you mentioned he did see stuff.
He did see stuff.
Okay.
So you want to move on to the paranormal activity?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So we are now in the paranormal activity session, and this is like stuff that I gathered from like tourists, like things that I've seen like watching the episode on
Mm-hmm.
Ghost Adventures episode, and also the episode on like BuzzFeed Unsolved,
Mm-hmm.
and also like there's one sample from the show Ghost Hunters
Uh-huh.
that I do want to point out. But let's get started with cell block 12, which is a cell block that I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, the most active. That you
Yes.
mentioned.
So people say that they constantly hear footsteps, such as dragging sounds, people dragging their feet, the type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they hear cackling, people in pain, pretty much. Yeah, like some people say that like they hear like high pitched male voice, kind of like
Screaming.
kind of sort of screaming,
Okay.
kind of like in pain, pretty much. And then they see shadows moving in that cell block. There was an episode on Ghost Hunters where they capture on camera like a moving like shadow figure,
Uh-huh.
kind of.
You know what?
Yeah.
I just got chills. I think I know what you're talking about. It was like the person like ran at the camera and then ran away.
Ran at the camera, ran away.
Like they passed by the camera so fast that it looked like they were.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. I have seen this.
Actually, let me see if I have. it
That's
right
the
here.
one where I was like, oh, that episode is the one that made me believe like, okay, ghosts
Really.
might be real.
So
yeah.
we're going back full circle, pretty much.
Yeah.
Let me go. It said this clip.
Play it.
Yeah, let's play it real quick. I don't have a picture of it because
Yeah.
I wasn't able to like drag the thumbnail.
I'm gonna watch this video real quick.
Yeah, let's see.
I remember it scared me too when I was little. I was like,
it's only 4 seconds.
yes.
Yeah.
No way.
I didn't see
Play it again.
Yeah.
That is the video.
Wait, what the fuck? No, I don't want to see that.
I remember this episode now. That thing terrified me.
Oh my god, there are so many ads in this. Let me replay it. It actually makes it hard to like replay. Where do you see it?
Right there.
Right there. Oh yeah, I see it now. Okay.
You see it run back. It looks like it's running back.
I was looking at the white mask, low key.
No, it's over here on the hallway.
Let me watch it again. Yeah.
There'll be video of this on the pod.
Oh
You see it?
shit.
You see it, right?
Yes, I see it now. A black mask, just like.
So when I think of ghost hunters, that is the image that's in my head. So that's crazy that that like full circle.
Yeah.
Now I know what. Okay.
Yeah, it literally looks like a guy was like walking towards
Running
it.
towards the camera. Then,
Towards him, like it's like, oh shit, that's a camera. I don't want to be
Yeah.
seen, and it turns back.
but you see that his legs don't like flip. Like the figure just moves.
No, he
back.
just it's kind of like he just walked back or ran back.
Yeah, it's like it's hard to explain because
It is really hard. Yeah. Hopefully, maybe our editor can like edit in the video, like the clip as we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I believe in him.
I'm gonna look it up. Watch later.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and then so you see a shadow moving. Yeah, the group of ghost hunters, like I said, they capture a picture or a video of the shadow. People analyze that video
Uh huh.
and they say it looks like a hooded figure.
Yes.
Oh
my god! I just got chills. I just watched it again.
Yeah,
Dude,
which would check
goosebumps.
out. It would check
Yeah.
out like how the prisoners at the time were like dressed when they will like go out.
Yeah, when they took them out, they were all covered in hooded.
Like and those.
Oh my god. Okay.
So, in the solitary yard, that was the thing I was talking about for Joseph Taylor.
The audio people only. Just look up shadow apparition at Eastern State Penitentiary.
I'll put a link on the comments
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, because
That's like the most vivid from because I would watch a lot of episodes of Ghost Hunters, and
Yeah.
that's the one that always stuck with me.
Yeah, how long ago was this? Like years ago, right? So
This
it
was-
couldn't have been edited. I don't think so.
No,
Or
it was the video was uploaded 10 years ago,
Mhm.
but I remember watching the episode when I was
young.
like fifth, fourth grade probably.
Oof. Oh, that would have been a sight for
Yeah,
someone in your age.
yeah. That's when I was like,
Yeah, I want to point out, I'm currently living alone in my apartment
oh,
because all my roommates just moved out to like elsewhere. I've been doing this research. I've been feeling uneasy in my apartment. Just like doing all this research
Yeah,
for
I
this
bet.
prison, you know.
I bet.
Like I don't know if I told you like the layout of my apartment is just one big hallway.
Mm.
So and I already told you my
Yeah.
biggest fear.
And that, oh, yes, you said hallways were your fear, right?
Yes, because if like I see something on the other side of the hallway, something menacing that runs towards me,
Yeah,
I'm done.
that's crazy.
Like
and the video literally looks like that. Like it's just
yeah, like I'm so scared of seeing something like that like across the my
Mhm.
hallway.
no, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Something about hallways, like just because I have a hallway in my house too, and like
Mm-hmm.
some because it leads to the living room, and we don't really nobody's in the living room. We're all
Mhm.
in the dining room area, kitchen, and that light is always turned off. So like when we pass by, I like look.
Yeah,
But I've lived there many years.
yeah. I
Knock
mean,
on wood,
I've been
I'm-
living in my apartment for 3 years, but this is my first time like by myself. So yeah, and like
I
and
feel
like
bad
how
for
it's built, my apartment is like yeah, there's a hallway, and in the hallway there's like all the rooms on one side,
you. Mhm.
and my bedroom is like at the end of the hallway, the very
Oh.
end, and then like there's the kitchen on one side and like closets on the
Uh-huh.
other. And
So literally, it's like the video.
yeah, kind
There's cells on the
my
side.
my
Okay.
my bedroom's a fucking
Let's
prison.
not. Let's move on.
all right. So yeah, let's talk about Al Capone.
Okay.
And his experience in that prison. So Al Capone claimed that he was being haunted by a guy named Jimmy Clark, who was killed during the St. Valentine's Day massacre that was orchestrated by Al Capone.
Mhm.
So people say also this episode I think is coming out like around Valentine's Day.
Okay.
So there's
There's that connection. The same
the
Valentine's Day.
Day like themed episode.
Crazy.
Yeah. Valentine's Day is mentioned, so there you
Mhm.
go. There it is. So yeah, you know about St. Valentine's Day
Yeah.
massacre, right?
Yeah. They killed everyone from the wall, and yeah.
Yeah, in front of all 7 people in total.
Yeah.
One of them was Jimmy Clark, and Al Capone claimed that one night, while he was sitting on his cell, people heard him like yell, like something along the lines of like, "Stay away, get away!" Like,
Mhm.
"Why are you doing this?" Or like, I think he was yelling out Jimmy Clark, which is where they got the name. And yeah, that's Al Capone's story. He was
He
just,
saw. Okay.
people say that he saw Jimmy Clark in that cell.
That's crazy. 'Cause was Jimmy Clark ever in prison? Do you know?
No, people just theorize that like Jimmy Clark's like spirit just
Okay.
started haunting Al Capone, and he was like, maybe like okay, this
With
is my
everything
time.
that was active in that prison, like anything could have, like, yeah.
It could have been someone else. Someone else could have been claiming to be
Mhm.
Jimmy Clark, or maybe if Al Capone had a conscience and felt guilty,
Yeah.
probably he thought that a ghost that he saw was Jimmy Clark.
Yeah. I'm looking up Jimmy Clark.
Yep.
You go. Ah. Okay. Yes.
hmm
Okay.
So yeah, that was Al Capone's experience. He just people said that he yelled like a little girl.
Oh wow.
Or like, it's like you think about like when you think of Al Capone, you think Scarface.
Yes,
Imagine
thank you.
Scarface being scared by a ghost.
For real.
You know,
In
like,
his comfortable little cell with his
Mhm.
little lamps and his
yeah, I can already think like
in his suede chair.
yeah, just like him like in his like bed. He's like I don't know, lace up, and he's like he
Mhm.
sees Jimmy Clark like if it's a fucking Ghost of Christmas Past or something.
Yeah, or like a sleep paralysis demon just sitting in the corner.
Maybe it probably was a sleep paralysis
Honestly,
demon. Yeah, that could have been an explanation for it. But yeah, that's the story of Al Capone. Short but sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet like the beer that he sold for prohibition.
That's
Or okay, so in cell block 12, around the showers, women claim to be attacked in the showers. Ghost Adventures interviewed a woman.
women who tour, right?
Huh?
Women who tour.
Yeah,
like,
women
okay.
who toured. And he was interviewing like a tourist, and
Mhm.
she claimed that she was smacking in her butt.
Oh.
Yeah, And,
Freaks, man. This prison is.
I mean, shower rooms.
Yeah.
You know, her story was that she was with a group of people. They noticed that like a piece of soap like fell to the floor,
Mm-hmm.
and like she was just like being a little goofball and saying like, "Oh, someone dropped the soap,"
Uh,
and then immediately when she said that, smack.
Dang.
Yeah. So yeah,
They're like, oh yeah, you want to make fun of us?
yeah, pretty much. But like in the shower room, it's kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Being surrounded by men until even post afterlife.
And you said mostly women are the ones that feel something here.
Yeah.
In this area. Mm.
Yeah, I've looked into it. Like, it's mainly women in the shower rooms that like
Interesting.
felt that. Have you seen Ghost Adventures enough? You know that meme where like they always leave the guy named Aaron in the like in the most like active areas by himself.
Yeah.
Like immediately after like Zach was told about that story, like Zach was like, "Aaron, you're gonna be here."
Yeah.
Like he's like, "Why?"
And did he feel anything?
No, I don't think he ever went.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was no footage of him going to like the shower room or anything.
Okay.
But they were just like, "Yeah, Aaron, people getting assaulted in the shower rooms, this is your spot." It's like, fuck you, Zach. So yeah, and then people have been pushed out of the cells as well.
Like you mentioned.
But like by ghosts.
No, yeah, I know, but like you mentioned that prisoners would push the officers.
Yeah. So actually, yeah, that makes sense. I didn't make that connection.
Yeah.
Where, people were telling so the layout is pretty small. The cells, they're actually pretty short, like the entrance.
Mm-hmm.
So tall people are like, it's hard for tall people to like move around.
Crouch down, yeah.
And whenever they had to, they will have to
crouch down.
Down. And there was a story of a very tall man where like he tried to like crouch down to like go through the door.
Uh-huh.
He was told that like someone felt like someone like pushing the back of his head to like hit himself like in the
There's the entryway.
that entryway, yeah. Like,
so someone was like purposely trying to like lift his head.
yeah.
Oh wow.
Pretty much. Yeah, and like there's many instances of like older people just like being between like the entrance, it's just like standing there. That would just like be pushed up the cell.
Wow.
And then another thing is that people. Yeah, so you know what's a rotunda?
A rotunda?
Yeah.
No, what is a rotunda?
It is the center of the prison. So let me show you a layout. This is sketched layout of the prison. This is like the center of it. Like this is the entrance. You go here, and you just choose like these are like the cell blocks around it.
Right.
So
usually there's like a police officer or some like an officer in the rotunda.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So there was an interview being made by Zach where he claimed that he saw an apparition in the rotunda.
Okay.
So it was after like a tour, like everyone else left, but he sticked around, just like chilling, and he said that he felt someone behind him, and he thought it was a tourist.
Yeah.
And he said that they did the thing where like you turn around, but they're still like behind you, that like cartoony thing.
Yeah.
They do. He said that like he kind of experienced that, like he tried to turn around, he still
felt
like
it behind him.
He still felt someone behind him every time he did like a 360, and then he finally saw someone like walk out of like the rotunda into one of the cell blocks. He said it was like a shadowy-ish figure, and that it disappeared as like it went further away. So there's still like nowhere safe, even outside the cell blocks, and so yeah, that's there's like some activity that happened in the rotunda. Okay. So specifically for the Ghost Adventures team, of like the evidence that they gathered for that during their investigation, they heard the usual like voices in the audio, in the spirit box as well, that kind of stuff, classic like
the
evidence,
mumbles and growls,
they also heard banging noises near the mat chair. Yeah, and then like they try to do a thing where they strapped Zach into like the mat chair, and like he was just like taunting like the ghosts, and the other dude, what's his name, there's Zach, there's what's the third dude?
I don't remember
the third guy. I forgot his name. Nick. There you go. His name's Nick. Nick said that he kept hearing tapping noises outside of the hallway. So like as like Zach was like taunting them and all that kind of stuff, like keeps saying like he keeps hearing like things all over the place. I think Aaron said the same thing as well. Yeah, they also claimed to see a shadow around like cell block 12,
Mm-hmm.
right? As they were like on their way to cell block 12, they were taking pictures, and Aaron said that like down the hallway, the same hallway,
Uh huh.
by the way, of like they captured the
Yeah, the ghost
from
shadow
Ghost
experience.
Hunters. Yeah,
Yeah.
they said he said that like across the hallway he saw a shadow figure. They
Mm.
weren't able to find like pictures of it.
Videos or anything. Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't able to capture it, but he claims that he did saw something.
I mean, based on the Ghost Hunter video, I kind of believe him.
Yeah, I believe it too, but they didn't get as lucky
Oh,
as Ghost Hunters. They also captured a pic of a mist in the outside of the what's it called again, the solitary yard.
mm-hmm.
They saw like some type of like mist. I wasn't able to capture a pic of it or take a screenshot of it because I was watching it in HBO Max on my phone.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't let you.
Doesn't
Yeah.
let me. So,
But like you can see the figure, the mist. Like
it's like just white mist.
Oh,
Just
wow.
like, yeah. Yeah. They also heard a lot of knocking. There was a lot of instances where, I think it was like, I forgot where, but they were somewhere and they heard noises and like and Zach said, "Can you like do a knock for me or can you knock for me?" Immediately, knocking, and then he did it again in a place where there was like a lot of like not tombs, what's it called, where you get buried inside,
uh,
a lot of like
the inside, like
what's it
the ones that are like stand like
where you go inside, no, where when you die they get put inside and then you get buried. What the fuck it's
the
called?
casket.
Casket. There you go.
Oh, They're
Oh,
talking about like the ones that are
no,
like standing.
they were in a room full of caskets. I don't know why there were caskets.
Yeah,
there
why
for.
is there caskets in
I
our
don't, I
prison?
don't fucking
Okay.
know. And yeah, he also said again, like, "Can you do a knock for me?"
Mhm.
Again, knocking. So it wasn't, so it had to be something intelligent
Yeah.
that they captured
Yeah.
because every time he kept asking, "Can you knock for me?" Knocking. Then then they got separated. Nick went to the what's it called, the cell where Joseph Taylor was
Uh-huh.
in. He went there to see if he was able to capture anything.
Mhm.
I think they heard like some voices in the audio.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and Aaron said that he also felt like a lot of like banging and knocking on it was a very like random hallway that he was in.
Mhm.
He said he heard a lot of things behind him, in front of him, all over the place. And then Zach decided to go to Al Capone's room,
Uh-huh.
and
The fancy room.
yeah, the fancy schmancy one. And yeah, he was just getting a bunch of like unexplained sounds.
Wow.
And yeah, that's pretty much about the things they
Mhm.
captured on there. Like, how would you rate the evidence that they got from scale 1 to 10? Do you think they were successful in like?
I think they were successful.
Yeah.
I mean, if they heard stuff and felt stuff. I mean, the fact that they got it on video, like the
Yeah.
mist thing.
Yeah, I would say that it's like not as good as compared to like that one from Ghost Hunters,
Mhm.
like the little like shadowy
The
mist.
shadow. Yeah, that one.
That one's like top tier,
Yeah.
Yeah. But they didn't capture like anything similar to that. It was just like something a little vague.
But it like proves that there's stuff going on
Yeah,
there. Yeah.
definitely does prove that something was going on in there.
Yeah. I mean, with all the torturing and stuff,
Yeah,
it's not a surprise.
yeah. Why would people want to like stay there after being tortured for so many years and then dying? You
I
know.
don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's move on to BuzzFeed Unsolved.
Okay, let's see what BuzzFeed has to say about this.
Yeah, they are known for not really capturing anything.
Yeah.
To be honest, like, yeah, and then there's like duality between Shane and Ryan. Shane is a
Yeah.
believer. And
Yeah.
No, Ryan is a believer. Shane is just like chilling, hanging
Yeah.
around, seeing like if he's being
Yeah, he's just there.
yeah, he's just there. So, BuzzFeed Unsolved, they also heard sounds of like footsteps,
Okay.
like in by the cell blocks. Heard a lot of banging, like same thing for Ghost Adventures. They heard voices through the spirit bots by cell block 8, which is where the guy that stabbed the other guy with scissors to
Yeah.
death.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did their spirit bots thing
They did
there.
yeah.
Yeah, and then like they heard like a lot of like voices. I think they I forgot what they said. I think they said like something along the lines of like get out or like, or I think Ryan said like, "Do you like us?" He's like, "No," or something like that. You know?
I would have been like, oh,
Yeah.
well, that's my cue to
Time to
leave.
pack up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But of course, Shane was just like, "I don't hear anything. The fuck,
Yeah.
this is gibberish."
Mm,
Yeah. So of course, Ryan had to like stay there
yeah.
to prove him wrong. Then yeah, they also heard distant screams in cell block 15, where also I think I remember when they're by Al Capone's cell, they heard whistling.
Oh.
Yeah, but Ryan was like, "It's fucking whistling. Something has been going on there." He was freaking out,
Yeah.
and then Shane was just like, "Bro, there's a janitor here, and then there's like the tour guide with them." He's like, "There was a tour guide with us. They could have been there." I'm like, first of all, the janitor was like far away from us, so there's no
Yeah.
way that he.
Could have heard it all the way. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like the tour guide was just like, she claimed that they claimed that she didn't that tour guide didn't whistle.
Didn't do anything.
Yeah. But she's just like, "Nah, this is bullshit."
Mm.
Yeah. And then, yeah, and then also I want to point out the cell block 15, it's considered the maximum security block, which if you think about it, if you had to get put into a maximum security block in a maximum security prison, you gotta be, not only are you the worst of the worst, you gotta be the worst of the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
Because holy shit. Like the whole thing, it's fucking
Yeah, the whole
insane.
thing, yeah.
Yeah, not by now you gotta get put into like somewhere worse, the
That's-
worst spot of the whole prison, which I cannot imagine how it could have been.
Yeah. So what did they hear there?
Oh yeah, they heard the distant screams from
Oh.
in that cell block specifically.
Ooh.
Yeah, so probably someone like trapped in time, just like
Yeah.
here being tortured
That's crazy.
in the afterlife. Yeah, it is crazy. And then yeah, they heard voices through the spirit box in Al Capone's cell as well. And yeah, that wraps up their investigations for both of them.
Hmm.
Yeah, I wasn't able to capture anything for Ghost Hunters outside of that video
Yeah.
because I don't know, I don't even know where to go watch Ghost Hunters, honestly.
I don't know.
I think they're in HBO Max, like Ghost Adventures. I'm not sure. I didn't grow up watching them, so
Okay.
I didn't like.
They were on Sci-Fi when I was younger. That's all.
Yeah, I remember they were on Sci-Fi, but like, I grew up with Ghost Adventures,
Mm-hmm.
so
I was more of a Ghost Hunters. So.
yeah, so yeah, we got the duality right there.
Yeah.
Between us.
But that episode in particular, that moment was the one that I remember
changed- it
vividly.
changed you?
vividly, yeah.
Yeah, they had something similar in the pilot episode Ghost Adventures. I don't know if you ever saw it.
Mm.
They went to like this one abandoned house, and they saw like a silhouette of like a woman with like a long dress walking past the camera, and it's very like
Okay,
vivid,
I'm gonna check it
very
out.
detailed.
What is it, like the debut, like the episode 1?
Their very first episode, and I think they have not gotten anything as good
Oh,
as
wow.
that ever since.
Okay.
Because then after that, like after a few seasons, they had to resort to like antics and like to
Yeah.
get. But yeah, that's all I got for the notes for the prison. What do you think about the prison? Like, your thoughts. Tell me your thoughts.
Some weird shit going on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, their plan of trying to change people, that wasn't gonna work from the start. The whole solitary confinement is just gonna make him crazier, if anything.
And they succeeded, not in the finding God part, just
Yeah,
making them
crazy,
insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's wild.
Yeah.
Wait, so is the prison like still standing, or did it
Yes.
get like demolished?
No, it's still standing to this day. You can get tickets to like
Get a tour and stuff?
get a tourist
Oh wow.
and walk around there. I might do that one day. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe on my next vacation day. Like
Good luck.
I'm so like, dude, I'm telling you, like I really want to do like a podcast episode like on a haunted location, really
Wow.
badly. I would have to make a lot of calls on like a lot of different locations
Yeah.
to see like we can get like the thumbs up, and then maybe we can get like some of our own equipment to take, and then we can either you or me like I can do it by myself. I don't care. I'll do it. Really.
You will be our on the scene podcaster.
Yeah,
and
I
you will-
can-
You will report back to me.
I can literally just go like, I don't know, make a vlog, and then we can like just watch it on that TV and just like we
and
can
then we
react
discuss
to
it. Yeah.
We can discuss it on the podcast. Like I really want to like I've already gone to a haunted location, but unfortunately wasn't able to like go into the most active areas.
Mhm.
You know that one house by UIC that I told you, right? Yeah, the James Adams Hall House Museum. It's now a museum, but it's a house. And the third floor, which is the most active area, it's like closed off for the public. I've asked the person like that like signs people in for the
Mhm.
tours. I asked her like, what do you got to do to spend a night here? And she's like, you're gonna have to talk to like
The upper management.
upper management in UIC. I know some people. She told me that some people got like special what's it called, special entry
Mm-hmm.
for it, and I'm like, yeah, I know who you're talking about. The people from BuzzFeed Unsolved.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was them. They got special permission. I don't even know how you're supposed to do that.
You,
You
just have a TV show.
True.
Or a YouTube show.
True.
Or,
Yeah,
we should try the Drake. I heard the Drake is
the Drake.
Yeah, the hotel by the
Drake Hotel.
Yeah,
Drake.
by the
Drake.
Lakeshore
Hotel.
Drive.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Passed by there so many times. Is it this one?
I think it is. It just says Drake on the outside with red letters.
The Drake.
You
Yeah,
won't miss it. It's right in front of. It's by Lakeshore Drive.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, they host Halloween
By-
parties there because they.
By Lincoln Park, right?
I think.
Yeah, it's by Lincoln Park. Yeah, I'm down. I know the Congress Hotel is also haunted.
Yeah, the Congress.
I've mentioned it before. I definitely want to go there one day. Did I told you that I tried to do a GoFundMe for? Oh no,
Yeah.
that was for the country house. The country house, where like I'll literally drive my car from here to all the way to the country house.
Really.
Yeah, if they raised me like $5,000, I told them 5,000, I'll do it. I'll stay a night there. I'll use some of the money to bribe the people living there to let
Be
me
like,
stay
hey, oh,
stay there for a night. Like.
but yeah, this Penitentiary. Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah. So we can cross that off our list now.
Yes. What would
first of many prisons that we not prisons but like haunted locations that we will talk about in
Uh-huh.
this podcast.
So I'm looking at the list you sent me.
Oh,
Next.
you wanna talk about
The next,
the next few episodes
yes.
up until May? You
Sure.
wanna tease them? Okay.
So the next episode, the Detolf Pass incident,
Yeah.
which I recently saw a TikTok about. So
Oh,
I'm
okay.
kind of familiar with it, but I'll look forward to your
I've
research.
watched so many, and I mean so many documentaries on it,
hmm
and yeah, I cannot wait to research for that episode.
I'm looking at the history of the Warrens. I think I just saw a TikTok about this. Is this the family, the inbred family?
No, not that one.
Okay.
It's the Warrens are the people behind like all the Conjuring movies.
Okay.
From like the haunting of Amityville.
Yeah.
No, a haunting in somewhere.
Yeah,
the
some
con-
haunting somewhere.
Haunting in Connecticut. There you go. Haunting Connecticut. They did exorcism in the Conjuring house. The story behind Annabelle. They were behind that as well.
I see
all
that's
that.
on the list too. The story.
We're
behind
gonna
them.
talk about So after that, we're gonna talk about the Warrens.
The Ken Rex
McElroy.
Whoa, what is
Yes,
that
that
one?
is an. So okay, so the Diablo Pass is gonna be our first unsolved mystery.
Okay.
Ken Rex McElroy is also gonna be another unsolved mystery of a man that got killed in front of 60 people, and none of them came forward.
What the hell?
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you why.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait for that one, and then
The Axemen of New Orleans.
yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is gonna be another unsolved one. Then there's gonna be La Llorona,
Mm-hmm.
Which is
there's a
around-
lot of those.
which is gonna be around Cinco de Mayo.
Okay.
So yeah, our way to celebrate that. Then yeah, we're gonna talk about Annabelle after that. The last one, which I'm very excited about, is the bomb color bank heist.
Okay. I know nothing about it, but I do want to do research now. So.
Yeah. So yeah, this all the way until the end of May.
Okay.
These are the topics that we will be talking about. And if you guys want to stick around to see those episodes
Mm-hmm.
and see them, pop up in your notifications, please give this video a like and subscribe.
If I'm not mistaken, we're gonna be having a guest soon.
Oh yeah, in a few episodes on March 5th.
We're gonna be having another guest. Which is
Yes.
Cool. I like those episodes. I like hearing other people's experiences with the paranormal.
Yeah.
So I look forward to them.
He claims that he seen like some what's it called, like some activity in another haunted prison. So we're not done with prisons yet.
More prisons.
Yeah, more prisons, yay. So yeah, that's all I got for
That's it for this week's episode.
Yeah.
So if you want to take us home.
Yes. So thank you for listening. If you've gotten this far, please give it a like and subscribe to our video. And if you want to follow us on Instagram. You can on the Don't Look Pod Instagram. Where I'm gonna have our link in the not in the description, in the comments. I prefer the comments instead of the description. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Thank you for listening, and remember, don't look back.
Ooh.